Welcome to another Top 10 with Coach JMO. We're going to be looking at Top 10 Fantasies for Men. Disclaimer, this is not going to get all S3-actual. This is actually Top 10 non-S3-actual fantasies for men. So you can learn a little bit about hormones and about mirror neurons and things that men actually want to do that aren't purely physical. And let's get into some truths about men, shall we? I'm going to start at random places and we'll figure out where they all go at the end. So the first one is an obvious one. If this isn't on your top 10 fantasy as a male, then you're not a real man. This fantasy is to kill Hitler. Anybody who's got their brain on straight would want to kill Hitler if they had the chance. Of course, if you don't, that's kind of sus. So that's one to get out of the way super quick. Number two, become a billionaire. Now we read about these books. All these women love the billionaire men. They just want to be surrounded by these amazing men who take care of them, who treat them luxuriously. That's another fantasy. And you can tell that women have that fantasy too. They want to be treated and taken away by the billionaire man on his yacht. Unfortunately for them, most of those men are in their 50s, 60s, 70s and are very overweight. So it doesn't really match up too much with their fantasy, but it is something for men to have a fantasy of, is being a billionaire, not having to worry about any money whatsoever. Another one is exploring space. Another thing that overlaps with the adult fantasy a little bit there too. A lot of the astronaut play, a little bit of that action, you know what I'm talking about, with those books that those girls are reading, which by the way, great tip if you want to learn more about how to please your woman and take care of your woman, start reading some of those books and start using your words and writing down your thoughts. Just a quick tip. We'll get into that at another date. The fourth thing that men fantasize about is being able to time travel. Now, I don't know about you. If I could time travel, man, what would I do? I'd probably see my family, go see like my ancestors, get to know them, hang out with the fam a little bit, learn about my heritage, and of course kill Hitler, which is, another overlap of one of the earlier ones. But that's another fantasy for men. Another big fantasy for men is becoming a spy. We've all been around that James Bond S3X appeal. It is very elusive, very mysterious, and women like that. So, of course, men want to be able to travel the world and partake in dangerous activities with illustrious women from all over the planet, but it also comes with the price of having to get shot at a lot. So that's unfortunate. Now, I'm not going to go through all top 10 here. It's going to get kind of redundant, but you get the point, right? Those were some of the different ones. Number one, of course, is becoming a spy. Number two, exploring space. Number three, time travel. Number four is killing Hitler. Oddly enough, that's number four. I don't know why that's not number one. And then number six is becoming a billionaire. And there aren't too many non-S3 actual fantasies that men have, which is kind of unfortunate. Some of the top S3 actual fantasies that men have include things like wearing women's underwear. So maybe we should stick to the non-S3 actual tendencies. However, there is a point to this video, and it's not just this cool, illustrious life that you can run away with and fantasize about. The importance here is to fantasize about your own life. Fantasize about things you can actually do on a day-to-day basis. So for example, if you want to play music, if you want to be a musician on a stage, fantasize yourself learning an instrument. Start with the things that you actually need to do. Because if you imagine yourself playing on a stage and you have no way to get to that point, then it's not going to be much of a fantasy, is it? Another thing about this is most men realize that these fantasies aren't as exciting as they thought they were when they actually achieve them. So make sure your life is more than just pursuing pleasures, aka chasing girls, or pursuing these fantasies that are illustrious and exciting. Because if your life doesn't have purpose and mission and just a sense of fulfillment and being able to express yourself genuinely, then all these exciting things aren't going to really matter. So some men who have high cortisol are always looked at as a person that is questioning themselves, afraid to take action, afraid to leave their house even. And there's something to be said here with the high cortisol in men. And a big problem with men with high cortisol is their expectations. They think they need to accomplish all these things before they can talk to that girl. They think that they are not special, and some of them aren't, to be honest. But as a man, you need to realize that not being special means that you just need to work harder at your own craft and in your own life. Don't worry about what other people are trying to push onto you. Mirror neurons. Men have, and women have mirror neurons. And these mirror neurons will actually make you feel like you're doing the activity that you're watching, which is why it feels so euphoric when men are watching sports. or why it feels so good when men are surrounding themselves with other men who are doing exciting things like being outdoorsy, going hunting, doing things that feel masculine. The thing with mirror neurons is that they can also work against your favor. How this works is that your body will watch you do something, say for example, watching something on the internet that you shouldn't be watching. All the men know what I'm talking about. And your body thinks you're getting all of those benefits. Your body thinks that's you performing those activities, which is why your dopamine is through the roof. However, you're not getting any of the bonding chemicals that come with that process. So make sure you live your life. That is one of the most important yet hidden secrets about naturally increasing your testosterone levels and being able to calm your cortisol levels and have a healthy balance of cortisol and testosterone and luteinizing hormone and the things that actually allow your body to create testosterone naturally is living a lifestyle that is going to make you feel worthy, make your body feel like it is actually doing these tasks fully and not just watching them from afar. So next time you're watching a sport, next time you are oodling over these models on Instagram, these hottie Bugattis with bodies, we know how it is out there. Just imagine yourself living a life where you go outside, you go do things, you try new things, you experience new things, whether it be at your job, whether it be at people you talk to. Just having a conversation with someone that you're afraid to talk to will do so much more for your hormones than hoping and praying or watching Marvel movies or watching movies with these masculine men who are all on different performance-enhancing drugs, obviously. So it's not reality, but in our brain, we expect that. And if we don't reach that, we feel bad about ourselves. So go out, live your life, and balance your hormones naturally by partaking in activities like a human being should and not just watching them from the sidelines.